Welcome to my quarantine kitchen or lockdown kitchen, where I will teach you how to make something with literally whatever you found in the cupboard. In theory, we're meant to make biscotti, that's it. But we don't have any of the ingredients, so we're going to make do with what we have and see what happens. There's a recipe and then there's what I do. Let's see how much they line up. So the reason I'm making biscotti essentially is I wanted to make any kind of cake, but I forgot to buy butter and we're here for a month. So yeah, first step, wash your damn hands. Wash your hands. Always wash your hands. It's got nothing to do with coronavirus. Wash your hands. First you add 350 grams of flour. Totally missed how much you meant to add. This flour, what's important about this is I can't read Spanish, and it says multiple uses. So I'm guessing it's no-purpose flour, also known as all-purpose flour. It's low protein or medium protein, which means useless for everything. Ideally with this sort of thing, you'd want a low protein, but who cares? It's what I have right now. I've made a mess, and that's why you wash your damn hands, because I just had to scoop it back in there. That's it. And then you're going to closely measure out 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Very closely. That looks right. This time we actually know it's baking powder because it's in English. That's why I picked this one. The kitchen is interrupted because it's time to clap. 8 o'clock, or as it's known in Spain, 7:58. Alright, normal programming resumes. So now we are meant to use, I don't know, some kind of mixed spice. What we actually have is what I think is clove. Be careful, this stuff is strong. Just add some of that, who knows. Yeah, it's not working, but be careful. Whoop, that's too much, I'm telling you now. Way too much. So we're going to have to balance that out with too much cinnamon. Cinnamon, because we like our spices here. And then I finally found nutmeg, I believe, or I'm adding some kind of garlic. Let's see. Nope, it's still got the lid on. You can see I cook often with this spice. Let's see, lots of nutmeg. Okay, more spice than flour. That's how the recipe did not go. The recipe calls for 250 grams of golden sugar. As you will see, we will use whatever the damn hell I have, which is, and it's meant to be caster sugar, so we're going to use normal sugar, see what happens. 250 grams. Recipe says mix well, ain't nobody got time for that. Next step, we have an orange. We will use an orange. And wash your damn orange, okay, everyone? Dirty. Fun fact, I brought a microplane over from Australia because they are so useful, and that's one of the few things I thought was important in Spain. And it really is, so you just scrape it like this. See how good that is? All right, orange zest, sugar. Pre-crack your eggs. You never know where the shell's going to go. I would recommend actually buying a ton of eggs for lockdown, because you use them for everything. Good source of protein, super good in breakfast. So now the recipe says it's meant to be dry like this, and that's what's going to happen. You got to keep working it because you haven't added any kind of fat in there. At the moment, it kind of smells like Vicks Vapor Rub. So I think that's kind of a problem. So I'm going to use processing grades maple syrup because, again, that's from the factory and all I had, because I want to try a balance with some maple syrup, see if it goes with the orange and spices. In my head it does. I have no idea if that will work. I'm adding exactly, I don't know, maybe a tablespoon. It's whatever comes out until I get bored, really. This is how my recipes go. All right, now you're meant to bring it together with your hands. It's actually kind of not tasting like cough syrup, so that's nice. I'm hopeful here. You can see the liquid's now bringing it together. The orange smell is really strong. And yeah, so we're going to bring it together, and then we're going to add the next bit. And this is pretty much it. It's a really simple recipe. All right, this took like 30 seconds. I added some more maple because I tasted it. Okay, I tasted it. I'm more worried about coronavirus than I am about salmonella with the raw eggs. So that's where we're at. All right, I'm now adding pistachios. These took way too many effort. As you can see, I had to shell them, but that's what we had. I don't know if I'm meant to chop them. I really don't care, and I cannot be bothered. That's how we're adding them. That's where we're at. Fun fact about this recipe, it's meant to be a fruit recipe. The only thing we don't have is fruit. So no dried fruit, so it's going to be nuts. This is looking a bit pathetic, so maybe I'll add some other nuts. Let's see how we go. Okay, didn't look like enough nuts, so I found some pecans. I am now adding the pecans and chopped up some of the rest of the pistachios because honestly, it did look so pathetic. So now I'm just mixing it through to make a dough ball. Right, you're meant to do this on a lightly floured surface. Of course, I didn't control that. You're meant to take it out now that it's stuck to the bowl, cut into 4 pieces, and then roll into sausages, because instead of biscotti, you're making sausages. Yeah, that's not working. I'm rolling it. Pretend I'm rolling it. 30 centimeters roughly. That looks about right. Maybe neaten it up a little. Who gives a crap? You're eating by yourself. And that's where it's at. We're going to put these in the oven for, I can't remember the time. I will tell you later. And then we're going to bake them once. Then you cut them. Then you bake them again. Get ready. All right. Fresh out of the oven. They just cooled a little bit so I can pick them up. That is the first baking. So I'm literally just going to cut them. Again, this is like the first time I've made these. So 1 centimeter. Oh, already disaster. Take it more gently maybe. There we go. Bread knife helps. And as you can see, all the good placement of the nuts there. So then you just put them on the tray to go for the second bake. I think I might cut them a bit thinner because, you know, calories. Oh, there we go. There's a nut. That's what it looks like, but it's still not dried out. That's what we're doing now. So just keep going a little bit like this until you get lots and lots of biscottis. All right, and here they are, ready to go in the oven. Anyone who cares about placement, look away now. So now we will bake them for a time that I'm probably going to have to tell you because I have to look it up. But they're kind of small, so they might bake a bit quicker. So let's see. But they look like biscotti. I did eat every single end bit. You have it done. I guess they'll dry, they'll harden over time as well. But there you go, little biscotti. Enjoy.